I'd like to say good morning and welcome everyone to the new Public Works facility. The background noise will be gone in a moment. I want to point out that although we're not ready to move into the facility, we thought we'd take advantage of the beautiful weather and get it done today so we don't have to stand out here in the ice and snow, if we have any. So more than 15 years ago, we identified a need for a new Public Works facility. And anyone familiar with our current facility can appreciate that issue. Moving along, we have a group of individuals who are integral in the development of this facility. But before we touch on that, I'd like to ask Borough Council President Steve Tirone to come to the podium and have a few words.
Yeah, if we could all rise for a moment of silence first, and then we're going to have that followed by Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to say good morning to everyone. I want to thank everyone who came to the celebration of our brand spanking new Public Works facilities. As I stated, for those of you who were in attendance last Monday evening, that I was giving my last speech as an elected official. Well, here I am. And I promise you two things, though. First, this speech will not be 22 minutes long. I will be brief. And second, I guarantee this will be my last public speech as a public official. Once again, a little bit of history. When I was elected to council in 2000, after visiting all our borough-owned facilities, I knew then that we needed a new public works facility. However, our finances were in terrible shape. We were in the process of completing our new borough hall. Our airport was in disrepair, as were most of all our small parks. Our police cruisers and most of our borough-owned vehicles were being held together with duct tape. So a new public works facility wasn't even on any list, let alone at the bottom of one. Jump forward to around 2008, and we started looking for a possible location for a new facility, even though we didn't have the finances to build one. This process continued, and I would say it would be brief. Well, finally the moon, the stars aligned, and with Janice and Bob, Bob, where's Bob? I saw him. You guys getting our finances in order, and we found a location for where to build. Here we stand in this grand facility. I want to thank all who were involved in making this happen, from elected officials. I see Dan is around, and Mr. Quigley, state rep is there. Is anyone else? Okay. Architects, engineer, attorneys, of course you can't forget them, general contractors and sub, borough staff, and especially a big thank you to the member of the Water and Sewer Authority for helping to put in place the final financing piece that we needed for this project. Dave Wren and Tom is in the back, and of course Bob's their utilities. Anyone else from the authority? Oh, Jeff Chomlick. I'm sorry, Jeff. You're being blocked by the camera here. In closing, a little bit of an unusual coincidence. I've stated on many occasions, as everyone knows, that I was a vocational educator at Western Center for Technical Studies. My last 2 years of teaching, Stubner was the general contractor on a $40 million upgrade at our school. And it wasn't long after their completion that I retired from teaching. Well, here we are, standing on a project. Stubner is the general contractor, and I am retiring again from, but this time from public service. It's always nice to see your dreams come true before leaving. Where's Doug at? Doug, you finally got your borough facility and your salt dome. Thank you, and everyone have a joyous holiday season.
Thank you, sir. Next, I'd like to ask Doug Yerger, our Director of Public Works, to say a few words. Doug, you have a little more gray hair since the beginning of this project.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. This great facility would be the base of operations for our streets division, our water distribution crew, and our wastewater. I want to thank Borough Council and especially Council President Steve Tirone, who has worked on getting this new garage for as many years as we've been working on closed-loop traffic light system. Had to throw that in. Steve and members of council saw the need for a new garage and provide the financial resources to make it a reality. Also want to thank Borough Manager Mark Flanders for all his assistance with bringing this project together and attending many meetings dealing with the new garage. I would like to introduce Terry Jones. Terry, there he is. He's our street supervisor. Jason Culp, our sewer wastewater collection supervisor. Dave Evans. Dave, where you at?
Back here,
Oh, behind me, hiding.
I'm always behind.
That's good. Our engineering inspector, who has helped me a lot on this project because I can't be here every day. Lisa Brandt, my administrative assistant, who's held things together. Also, I'd like to introduce employees for the streets, water, and wastewater divisions. First, streets. I understand Kim's off today. Alan, there he is over here. Brian, there he is over there. Byron and Jason Simsky, I don't see him. CJ. Next, water. Water's out on the main break today, so they're tied up on a leak. And last but not least, wastewater collection, Gary. Don't see, and Tommy. I don't see them. Anyone interested in touring after the ribbon cutting, we'd be delighted to show off the new facility. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Before we get on with the ribbon cutting, I just want to have a couple of acknowledgments. First off, the Borough Garage Ad Hoc Building Committee that spent countless hours reviewing proposals from various architects and ultimately awarding the contract to Kimmel Bogret. And the committee consisted of Council President Stephen Tirone, Councilor Joseph Kirkland, Councilor Mark Gibson, then Borough Manager Jason Bopst, Doug, and Janice Lee, our Finance Director. Also like to acknowledge and thank Remington Vernick and Beach, the borough engineers, Kimmel Bogret Architecture, and your engineering firm, David Blackmore and Associates, for the geotechnical and the environmental testing that you did, making sure that the building stays on top of the ground rather than under the ground. E.R. Stubner Incorporated, phenomenal job. We got a ways to go yet, but phenomenal job. The Montgomery County Conservation District, and most of all, I'd like to thank the residents of Pottstown, and specifically the residents in this area for tolerating this over the past few months. I'd like to next ask Sheila Dugan of Padita to come forward and take care of helping us get through the ribbon cutting.
Tell me when.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Hi, my name is Doug Yerger. I'm works for the Borough of Pottstown, and today we're at our new municipal garage on Prince Street in the Borough of Pottstown. We're getting ready to do the final completion of this facility, and won't be too much longer. We'll be ready to move in. Okay, now we're in front of the administration building to the new garage. This is where the men will gather in the morning, and at the end of the day, We have offices in here as well as a lunchroom and locker room facilities. Okay, this area over here will be the parts storage area. It'll be a locked area where we'll be able to store all of our spare parts. And also out in this area, we'll have 3 maintenance bays. 2 of them are designed to have lifts on. The other bay is just for other routine repairs. Okay, this area is set up as a wash bay. We'll be able to bring our trucks in as well as our vehicles, other vehicles to wash them off, get some of the grime off, get the salt off in the wintertime, and everything's set up with, eventually we'll have pressure washers and stuff in here for that. Okay, in this area we have a combination of a storage and work area where the different divisions will be able to store their equipment, as well as in the case over here we have water distribution. They'll be able to take water meters apart and work on them, fire plugs. On the other ends we have our areas for sewer collection as well as streets. And over on this end we'll have an area for our electrician to work on equipment, take it apart, store it. Okay, in this area we have storage for our larger trucks, dump trucks. This is a low heated area so we can keep our diesels warm in the winter, and we'll be able to put quite a few of our bigger pieces of equipment in here, and it'll stay warm and start up when we need it in the winter. These areas, 3 bays are designed for our larger equipment like backhoe, front end loader will be stored in this 3 bay area. This end bay is designed for dry storage, things when we get bulk shipments of materials that we just need to have some place to keep it out of the weather will go in this end bay. This area will be a police impound area in the event that the police need to store vehicles or other materials from crime scenes. We'll have a fence across here. They'll have the only access to it, and it can be stored in this area. Okay, this is our salt storage area. We'll be able to store somewhere between 800 and 900 tons of salt in this big area. The reason it's so high is because it was designed for triaxles to come in and freely be able to deliver the salt. Okay, this area we have set up for manufacturing brine. Brine is used during the winter to control icing of the roadways. We're going to be working into that. Once we get set up with brine, we would expect that we're not going to need near the amount of salt that we use now. Okay, and this final area is parking for our pickups and smaller vehicles, just keep them out of the weather. Okay, one of the other features of this property is that we have entrances on both sides, one off of Rice Street and one off of Prince Street in the borough. Also, we have, as you can see, a lot more space here so that we can put all of our vehicles under cover and they don't have to stand out in the weather. Also, we have areas for, as we said, a lot more storage of salt that we do not have now, and the convenience of trying to work is just going to be so much greater now that we have room. I'm Doug Yerger, I'm Director of Public Works for the Borough of Pottstown, and thank you for watching.